and welcome to a nice quick cardio core workout. I like to include cardio in my core workouts only because it really helps me build that endurance while I'm working on those core muscles. So 4 rounds, 5 minutes each, and it's called strength, cardio, and recovery. So I shorten that to SCR. And that recovery is not just standing around and saying, how you doing, everyone? It is a plank hold in different variations of planks, because after all, this is a core workout. All right, so you ready to work out? I know I am. So our first circuit's going to include a leg drop with a chest press, mountain climbers, and a high plank hold. So our leg drops with the chest press is going to start off on the floor. Now, you can do this with or without weights. It's really up to you. You can have soup cans, water bottles, up to you. What we're going to do first is we're going to get our back nice and settled. So, which means we're going to take our hips, feet flat to the floor, and we're going to push our lower back and our hips into our pelvis. So that means you can't fit your hand under that lower back. So you're going to feel that belly button naturally drop into your spine, and this is what we want to stay. This is where we want our back to be glued to. So then we're going to lift up those legs, 90-degree position, still making sure that lower back is on the floor, and then our elbows and our shoulders are going to be nice and aligned. And we're going to extend one leg with our chest press up, come back down, other leg, chest press, and back. Really concentrate on keeping that lower back nice and engaged. All right, so let's get down to that floor. We're going to set the timer for 1 minute. This is a 1-minute circuit. Here we go. In 3, 2, and squeeze into those glutes as you lower that leg. Now the modification for this is to keep that leg in 90. If you feel that when you extend the leg, maybe your back pops up a bit, so just keep that leg in 90 and bring those heels to the floor. Do not extend the leg. We're squeezing in through that chest. Big breath in as those arms are down and legs are up. Exhale as we bring the arms up and legs down. Really pushing into that mat, into that spine, working that lower abdominals as well. It's never fun just to work one specific body part. So our primary muscle working this are those transverse, lower, deeper abdominals, and then secondary, we're working that chest, keeping that upper body nice and strong, and also engaging that whole entire core. Doing great, almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest it right here. Good, still working that main abdominal core muscles. We're gonna turn around and we're gonna do mountain climbers. So you can do this from the wall where you run those knees right to your chest. You can do it from a plank position. Here we go. Knees into our chest in 3, 2, 1. Did I mention this is for 1 minute? Building that strength endurance as well as that cardio. Push that belly button into that spine so every time your knees drive in, you're feeling that belly button drive into that spine. Take it slow if you want. Pace yourself. It is 1 minute, and 1 minute's a long time in the mountain climbing world. Good. Make sure those hands and shoulders stay nice and aligned. You're down past that 30 seconds. If you need to stop, shake it out, start again. Rather you stop and reset than start to pike your bum and not get the benefit. All right, 15 seconds. Push in, push in. In, 10. Here we go. 5, 3, 2, and we're resting it right here. Shake it out. We're gonna move right into our recovery, which is 30 seconds, and we're gonna go into that high plank. So, kind of nasty after mountain climbers. Go into that high plank. Feet can be together, to be apart, or you can be in through your knees. Here we go. In 3, 2, we're just gonna hold that for 30 seconds. Shoulders and elbows are nice and aligned, thumbs nice and tight, belly button's nice and tucked. The closer your feet are together, the more difficult this will be. The more spread apart, you're distributing that weight a little bit more evenly. Doing great. 10 more seconds right here. Big breath in, looking above our hands in 3, 2, 1, and shake those arms. Good job. Okay, that was 2.5 minutes. Well, let's go back down. We're going to do that again. Finish off this circuit. So on the floor, grab those weights if you choose. If not, you're still doing the movement, but you're just pulling that chest together by clenching into your hands. Here we go. Make sure hips turn into that pelvis in 3, 2, and gotta get the top right. Here we go. In 3, 2, and let's do it right here. This is 1 minute. Make sure that back is completely flat to the floor. You're really concentrating on pushing right into that mat. That belly button sinks right to the spine, and we keep that nice flat back, no spaces. If you feel like spaces are happening, then maybe keep those legs at 90. Don't go down as far. Modify that works for you. Keep those elbows at shoulder level. Squeeze in through that core and bum. Exhale as you press up and drop those legs. Inhale as you return back to starting position. Good, almost there. In. Here we go, in 3, 2, and we're resting right here. Good job. Turning around for those mountain climbers. 1 minute from the wall or from the floor. Here we go, in 3, 2, and go for it. Remember, pace yourself. We're really trying to engage those core muscles here. So you're just stepping those knees directly into your chest, feeling that belly button sink in, squeezing through those glutes. Look above your hands, keep the airways open. The more we tuck our head, the more we're closing into that chest. Good, we're at 30 seconds. Halfway, remember, take that opportunity, shake it out, start again. A couple seconds rest is better than doing it wrong. Keep those hips down and aligned. 20 seconds, we don't want to push our bum up and walk in. Squeeze those glutes. We're down to 10. You almost got it. Here we go. 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. Let's hold that plank. 30 seconds. High plank. 3, 2, 1. You can do this from your knees. You can do this from feet close together, feet far apart. And remember, through the knees. 20 seconds. Squeeze the bum. Keep those hips in line with those shoulders. Nice neutral back. Pushing that belly button right to that spine. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and shake it out. 1 down, 3 to go. So circuit number 2 is going to include our hip rolls, some skater hops, and then a side plank hold. So for the hip rolls, the modification I'm going to show you first can be done from the wall. You're going to go for your elbows, forearms on the wall, step about half a body length around, and we're going to squeeze and rotate and pivot our feet side to side and then drop the hips towards the wall. If we're on the floor, again, we're in that low plank position. Hips are nice and tight, and we're going to pike our bum up and then around, drop those hips low, and draw a nice little semicircle with those hips. You can also do this from your knees, coming up, pike the bum up, and around. All right, keep those shoulders and elbows in line. We're doing this for 1 minute. In 3, 2, 1. Really tighten in through the bum. Whatever variation you're doing, I want that bum nice and tight. And then think about it's your belly button doing the work. So you're gonna have that string coming out from your back. And as you drop that hip low, the string is pulled and your belly button and bum are pulled up. And then around. Adjust your feet as needed. My mat's getting in the way, so I'm gonna adjust my mat. 30 seconds right here. Push into that core. Good, 20 seconds. Remember, you can go from your knees. You can toggle back and forth. A minute's a long time. Squeeze into that core. Feel it through the core, not the upper body. 10 seconds right here. In 3, 2, 1. And rest it right here. We're gonna come to our feet and we're gonna do skater hops. We're gonna do controlled skater hops because we wanna use that core to actually keep the balance between hops. And we're gonna keep our foot elevated. So it's a lateral side-to-side jump, making sure you have space and room so it's safe to go back and forth. So you're gonna grab into the core, push into that belly button, jump to the side, stick that foot right out so you're just landing on one leg, come over to the other side, and then reach across your body with that arm. The modification is to tap down and reach down. Okay, here we go. This is 1 minute. 3, 2, go for it. Really tighten in, feel that whole torso kind of reach through as you bring that arm down. Doesn't have to be fast, it's controlled because we really want to control the balance. We're not trying to necessarily spike our heart rate here. We're really trying to control the movement by sinking right into that belly button. Good. We're almost at the 20-second mark. Really feel as you reach through, that core is sinking in. Feel the crossover. Feel that core engage as you're reaching through. 10 more seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Rest it here. Good job. Make sure you're grabbing little sips of water as we rest. We're going to come down to the floor. And you can do this high or low, through your knees or through your toes. So if you're high, your elbow and shoulder are nice and aligned. Knees down. You can throw that into that side plank. You can go into a scissor or a stack. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. If you're low, same thing. You can go on your knee, hold it, or come into that side plank. The lower you are to the floor, the lower your center of gravity, which means the more difficult the move is. Here we go. In 3, 2, this is 30 seconds. You can try any variation. Just squeeze the glute, squeeze the belly. Keep everything into that core so you're not overloading that shoulder. You're going to feel those obliques kick right in here. Almost there, 10 seconds. Squeeze the bum nice and tight. In 3, 2, 1, and we're resting right here. Good job. Well, we're going right back to the top of that circuit with those hip rolls for 1 minute. Here we go. Always have to move the hair out of the face. Here we go. Remember the variations? You can go from the wall, from your knees, or from your toes. This is 1 minute. In 3, 2, 1, go for it. Squeeze that bum nice and tight. Really think about drawing that circle with your hips. The tighter you squeeze that bum, the more you push into that core, the less you'll feel it through that upper body. And try to look up above your hands to keep those airways open. Good, we are at halfway, 30 seconds, last time to do this. Keep going, breathe, look up, keep those airways open, keep everything nice and strong. 15 seconds. Squeeze that bum. It's getting tired. 10 seconds. In 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Shake out those arms. Whew. We're gonna come up for those controlled skater hops. Make sure you've got some good room around you so it's nice and safe to go side by side. Here we go. 1 minute. 3, 2, 1. Really think about that core sinking in. Good. Remember that mod. You can land and touch a little bit deeper because you've got a little bit more support. You can even walk it if you don't want to jump it, but keep that chest high and then sink into that front foot. Good. 30 seconds. You guys got this. Last time for these hops. Then we're halfway through the workout. 20 seconds. In 10. 3, 2, and rest it here. Good job. Little sip of water. We're coming down to the floor for that recovery. High or low? I'm going to go low for the second round. In 3, 2, 1. This is 30 seconds. Squeeze that bum. Really push into that core. Tight to the bum, tight to the core, less on your shoulder. 20 seconds right here. Hold it nice and steady. Squeeze. You can feel those obliques kicking right in. 10 seconds right here. Breathe. In 3, 2, 1, and we're resting here. Shake out that arm. Halfway through. Let's go to circuit number 3 or second last workout or circuit. What sounds better? Okay, so for our third or second last circuit, we're going to be on our backs, giving our shoulders a little bit of a break. Okay, so we're going to start off with a cross crunch reach, then move into some jumping jacks, and then finish our recovery with the other side of our side plank. So when we're in our back here, shoulders to the floor, we're going to again set ourselves up so those hips sink into the pelvis and that lower back is pushed into the floor and our belly button is tucked right into our spine. We're going to take our hands. Now you can have weights in your hands or not. It really depends on how you want to increase the intensity level. If you have weights in your hand, you're doing a single arm press. If you don't have weights in your hand, you're doing just a single arm reach. We're going to use this right arm here and we're going to push ourselves into the floor onto our elbow. And then as we do that, we're going to lift ourselves up. That chin is well off our chest. We're reaching right across the body, thumbs tight, belly button tucked, and then we're going to roll back down through that lower back, replacing that left arm down, and then pushing that left arm into the mat, and then reaching up with our right. That is our cross crunch reach. We're going to do that for 1 minute. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Reach up, really push everything down and roll back through that lower back. Push into the floor with that arm. Really use that opposite arm to push in and balance you up. We want to make sure that our chin is well off our chest. And then we want to squeeze in through the bum, squeeze that belly button right down to take any pressure off that upper body. You should not feel this through your neck or shoulders at all. It should all be through that core. You should be feeling the whole core just cross right over as you reach up and sink right into that spine. And then you're rolling down through that lower back. So that lower back is being placed down first and you're not just slapping your back down. Almost there. We're at 10 seconds right here. Roll that down. In 3, 2, 1, and relax here. Place one hand behind your thigh, one leg up, and you're just going to cycle yourself up nice and easy, then onto your feet, and we're doing good old-fashioned jumping jacks, keeping those legs tight, arms tight. Now the modification to this jack is what I lovingly call the Jane Fonda jack. So you extend one leg out, one arm over your head, and then bring your feet together and hop it out. So it's a little less impact through your pelvic floor, a little less impact through your knees. Softens the knees and the impact. Otherwise, we're doing good old-fashioned jumping jack. In 3, 2, 1. Did I mention this was for a minute? Keep those knees very soft, but the legs itself are tightened, the arms are tightened, the core is nice and tight. So we've got a nice strong body here, but we've got light feet. So those legs are tight, but the knees are soft, so we're not slamming into our feet, slamming into those knees. Remember that mod. You can reach it up if you want. Good, we got 25 seconds. Keep everything tight, bumps tight, belly button's tight. You got this. Here we go for 10. Soft feet, soft feet. In 3, 2, and rest it here. We're going to come back down on the floor, and we're going to do that side plank on the opposite side you did before. Here we go. 30 seconds, high or low, knees or toes. In 3, 2, 1. Make sure that hand and shoulder or elbow and shoulder are nice and aligned. Thumbs nice and tight, belly button's nice and tight. 20 seconds. Everything's nice and tight. You can feel it into those obliques. Right here, feel it. Feel them nice and tight. Here we go, 10. Don't you love side plank holds? In 3, 2, and we're gonna rest it right here. Good job, come onto your back again. Repeating that for one last time. Here we go. Cross crunch reach with that lower back roll down. In. Take a big breath. In 3, 2, 1, and use that arm to really reach yourself up. Squeeze down. Feel that belly button come right into your spine. Feel the whole torso twist through. And you're exhaling that breath. Inhaling as you come back to the floor. Almost there. In 20 seconds, you are almost done. Squeeze right into that bum. Keep everything nice and tight. Feel it cross right over, less than 10. Use that arm, push yourself right up, chin off our chest in 3, 2, 1, and we're resting right here. Coming up, cycle yourself up nice and safely onto your feet. 1 minute jumping jack. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Remember the mod. You can lower that impact by coming with that Jane Fonda jack, but keep everything nice and tight. Arms tight, arms are tight, legs are tight, knees are soft. Keep it nice and controlled. You just at 30 seconds right here. Keep that belly button nice and tight. Feel that whole core engaged as you do this. 20 seconds. Almost there. Here we go. Let's count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's rest it right here. Rest it by coming down to the floor, holding into that side plank for our 30-second recovery. Just like before, I'm going to do my second set on my elbow. A little bit more difficult. In 3, 2, 1. Realize I'm on the wrong side. Go for it right here. Squeeze those glutes. Push into the core. Really think about how tight everything is. Feel that whole core. Belly button pushes into that spine. Bum's nice and tight. You got 10 seconds. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. We are officially at our last circuit. Let's move on to the very last SCR. So our final SCR is going to involve a combo movement in a plank position. Now again, you can do this from your knees, from the wall, or from your toes. So I'll show you from the wall first. You're going to stand about half a body length away, hands directly across on the tips of your toes. You're going to lift your left leg up and then squeeze it through those glutes and then drive that knee to your elbow and then switch over to the other side, drive it to your elbow. Our knee version, same kind of deal. Hands directly under your shoulders. Your hips and shoulders draw a nice straight line. You're gonna lift that leg up, draw it right to your shoulders, come back to center, squeeze it up, switch to the other side, and back into your elbow. Now we're going full plank here. Same thing. Lift up that leg, draw your knee into your elbow, come back to center, lift up the other leg, draw your knee into your elbow. These are our leg lifts to spiders. Then we're gonna switch to a pop-up, and then we're going to end with a low plank hold. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. From the wall, from your knees, or from your toes. Nice and controlled. I'm gonna put the timer in front of me so I can keep you well updated. Really squeeze into those glutes and then take a peek at your knee as you bring it up to your elbow. Just to engage those obliques a little bit more. You wanna make sure that back is really, really protected, so squeeze that bum because you're gonna feel this through your lower back if you're not engaging. You're less than 30. Exhale that breath as you bring that knee up. 20 seconds right here. Here we go. Stretch it out if you need to. In 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good. All right. Pop out. So I'm kind of being nasty by finishing this workout with 2 plank positioning holds, but sometimes I am a little nasty. Okay, so in that plank position, you're gonna bring your knees underneath your hips, and you're gonna hold those knees over the mat, so they're hovering over the mat. Jump out to plank, jump back into that hover. Jump out to plank, back into hover. Now the modification is to do tiny little hops back and forth. So you're gonna hold that, and then jump it back. Hold that, and then jump it back, squeezing in through those glutes. So that takes away that upper body component. Here we go. Second last cardio right here. In 3, 2, 1, hover, and jump. Now you can also walk it in and walk it out if you want to do a little bit more lower impact but not have to stand up. Okay? Make sure that you're bringing those knees just underneath your hips. You're not jumping in to your chest. You're just coming back to your hip level. Squeezing through those glutes. Make sure that bum is so tight, you're not going to feel this through your lower back. Make sure that belly button is pushed right into the spine. You guys got this. 20 seconds right here. This is a harder one to end on. Remember those mods, or stop, shake out those arms because maybe they're a little tired from those darn spiders. 5 more seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Good job. Again, being really nasty here. Let's finish with that low plank hold. Now you can do this through your knees, onto your forearms, squeeze into those glutes, keep those knees on the ground, or you can do 30 seconds on your toes. 3, 2, 1. Now look above those hands. The wider your feet are, the more stability you're gonna have. Closer together, the less. Squeezing through those glutes. Push the bum together. Push that belly button right to your spine. Really hold this. Come to your knees if you need to. Here we go in 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good job. Swing out those arms. All right, 2.5 minutes left. That's all I'm asking for. Here we go. Let's go for those spiders. Remember, either from the wall, from your knees, or from those toes. 1 minute, last time. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lift that leg up and step it in. Make sure you're breathing. Bum is nice and tight. Belly button's nice and tight. You're looking at that knee as you come in. You try to get as close to your arm as possible. If you're not getting all the way to your arm, that's okay. As long as you're feeling that in, you're feeling kind of the ribs sink down, kind of feeling the hips come up, you're doing well. You do what you can do, but squeezing through those glutes so you feel that core engagement. Belly button is supporting that spine. It's almost like our belly button is the plate to our spine. So you really want to push that right in. Last 10 seconds right here. In 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Good job, guys. All right, last bit of in and out with that plank hover. Roll out those shoulders. I know, it's a nasty circuit. In 3, 2, 1. Remember, you can walk this out, you can jump it out. Whatever works for you, you can come to your toes or your standing position and do your little squat hops. So it's a nice little soft landing in through the core, and then jump back and sink it down and jump back using that core to make sure you're nice and soft. We're at 30 seconds right here. Breathe through. You can hear me breathing. Helps me concentrate, helps me contract. So don't hold your breath. We got 20 seconds. Good. Squeeze those bums nice and tight. You got final 10 seconds. Do what you need to finish it off. 5, 3, 2, and shake those arms out. All right, 30 seconds more. That's it. Let's hold that low plank, engage that core, and then we can stretch it out. Here we go. In 3, 2, go for it. Squeeze the bum nice and tight. Keep it all centered into that core. Make sure we're not piking your bum. Keep those hips at your shoulder level. Got 20 seconds. Look above your hands. Keep those airways open. Find a spot, stare at it. You got 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, and rest it right here. Fantastic. That was Cardio Core SCR. Thanks for joining in. Now, let's stretch it out. First, let's lie straight on our backs. Arms are nice and long over our head. Legs are nice and long. Take a couple big breaths in, and when you take that big breath in, feel your whole body fill with air. And then when you exhale that breath out, feel your body get nice and heavy to the floor. Almost over-exaggerate that breath. Not a high impact cardio, but your heart rate is up. And we want to lower that just a tad. Good job. All right, take those feet flat to the floor. Your arms are going to come out in a T position, and you're going to drop your knees to one side. Look the opposite way, keeping the shoulders flat to the floor, and feel a nice twist in through those obliques, in through that lower back. Good, and keep that breath work up. And then we're gonna switch that over to the other side, drop the knees over to the other side, and then look the opposite direction, really feeling that twist in through the obliques and that lower back. Good, and we'll come back to center. Now I'm going to have you turn all the way over onto your hands and knees, toes together, knees apart. Sit onto your feet, and we're going to put ourselves into that child's pose. So you're going to take those hands above your head, drop your head in between your arms, and just pull your bum down towards your feet, stretching out that back. And then from this position, I want you to walk your hands over to your right side, keeping your hips and feet in the same place. Then what we're going to do is we're going to push our hands into the floor, pull our bum down towards our feet as if our fingers are kind of caught under cement. And we're going to just pull through those hands and just get a nice stretch up the left side of our body. So really push those fingers and hands into the mat, into the floor. And then we're going to walk it over to the left side and do the same thing. Push, pull our bum down, pull our hands and push them into the floor and get that nice stretch in through the right side of our body. And we're going to come back to center. Stretch out that upper body by taking your right arm through your chest. Take that right ear to the mat, put your body weight into the shoulder. Push down into the mat and get a nice shoulder upper back stretch. And then switch over to the left arm, put that left ear to the mat. Good, and then come back to center. Come up onto your hands and knees. We're gonna take a nice big breath. Round out that spine, push the belly button in, curl the chin to your chest, and then we're going to exhale to neutral. We're not going to look up at the ceiling, we're just going to go back to neutral, then inhale, round out that spine, and then return to neutral. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, round it right out, return to neutral, and last time right here, round it out, and return to neutral. Onto your toes, walk your hands back towards your knees, onto the balls of your feet. Start to slowly come up, tracing those hands on your legs. Come up. Take a nice big breath in with our shoulders come right up to our ears. Pull those arms back, exhale down. Big breath in. Pull those shoulders back, exhale down. One more time, big breath in. Pull those shoulders back, exhale down. And then just get nice and loose.